Hey, what's up, my YouTube family? It's your girl, Lovely Fly Shy, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, I would just like to ask in advance that you like, comment, and subscribe. I will greatly appreciate the support. Today's video, I really don't know my stance. I guess it'll just be based on a bunch of different topics looped into one video. Simply because I guess it really began yesterday. Yesterday, as you all know, or you all may not know because I did not even get to upload the vlog that I had filmed throughout yesterday. It was my daughter's 7th birthday. And yeah, let's just say energetically, things were not going as well. Okay, I guess you could say they weren't going well, but they weren't going as planned. And so that kind of threw off my mood and everything else, but you know, I cannot make it about me on my daughter's birthday, you know, so I just was like, whatever, you know, let's just ensure she has a good birthday party and I'll deal with me later. Well, that transferred into today, and like all day today I've just been feeling energetically fatigued, which is a first, you know, a first this week, you know, because this entire week I've been motivated and, you know, I've just been feeling determined and things like that, and then here we go dealing with these feelings of just, in a sense, you know, I guess you could say tiredness, forgetfulness, laziness, what have you. So I had to get myself out of that mood, you guys, because I cannot stay in a low vibrational state. I cannot remain in my own shit for too long, because eventually, yeah, not only does my misery not enjoy anyone else's company, but my misery does not enjoy my own goddamn company. So therefore, I needed to get out of that mood. So what better way to do that? Just, you know, tapping into my goofy side, you know, my childlike spirit, and I just kind of like started doing some goofy dance moves randomly. My daughter was watching TV and I just bust out some dance moves and she was just cracking up, like she thought it was so funny. So that certainly lifted my spirits. You know, I always like to just tap into what I know lifts my spirits back up and picks me back up. But I can say what I've been dealing with just the past couple of days, just some stress. Of course, familial stress, which is something that I'm dealing with, I guess, on my own terms. I'm just taking it day by day. But I don't know, like, you ever have those moments where you just feel stuck? You're like, okay, I have this plan written out. I know what it is that I want to do, but it's like, what do I do next? You're just like stuck. And it's like, how do I get out of this stuckness, this feeling stuck? And ultimately, of course, you have to go within and you have to get to the root of the cause of that feeling and that emotion. So basically, you know, I've been distracting myself with basic, like, pretty much truthfully, I've been on YouTube all day. I woke up around 7 a.m. The 3 to 5 a.m. waking up occurrences have kind of come to a cease. I would still wake up at like maybe 3 or 4, but I'll be able to go back to sleep. But then I'll wake up at 7. So I guess I got a small amount of relief. However, today I came across a very interesting and just influential, in this short period of even knowing of his existence, this influential and inspiring, just motivating and determined and just strong-willed and intellectual, and the list goes on, you know, just the way he eloquently delivers, you know, with his blows or his rebuttals, or his clapbacks, whatever you want to call it. The way he delivers that is just astounding to me, really. And who I'm speaking of, now, I don't know if you all have been tuned into this as I have been. I don't recommend you all ever tuning into, celebrity drama and things like that, or like well-known people's drama. But then it comes to that point, well, if there's some truth to what they are saying, or if there's some truth that can enlighten and awaken the people that are tuning into this, then perhaps it could be a good thing, right? So I came across a gentleman by the name of Kwame Brown, and apparently he was a basketball player. Admittedly, I did not know who he was. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean, I don't want Mr. Kwame to come after me and shoot. I don't want no smoke. But, no, truthfully though, I didn't know who he was. So, anywho, lo and behold, I watched a live today from D-Lo the Pilot Man here on YouTube. He's like a spiritual guru. He has, a lot of like a large following and such, and I can really resonate with a lot of the things he says. So that's why I follow him, or that's why I'm subscribed to him on my channel. But anywho, I don't really know the full backstory, so I'm not even gonna try to regurgitate what transpired, because I don't really even know what all transpired but just from me tuning in today and learning of this gentleman, all I could say is I'm just like, wow. And if you guys, all you gotta do is just type in Kwame Brown and you'll be able to see it for yourself. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to go in and explaining in depth what it was, but I can just explain what it was that I saw from him and what he delivered and what it did to me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and kind of the new path that it has set me on, and it's kind of just confirmed that what I'm doing is correct, that it's right, and basically he had been staying quiet for so many years as different people were just like chewing him out, like just saying all of these negative, wrong, and just demeaning things about him, basically, and just tarnishing his character. And, I don't know his full backstory, but I can resonate and relate with that a lot because, I've received a lot of backlash from just a couple of days ago from posting my video about my story, about a childhood that I lived through, did not ask for, but instead of me doing it, it's not coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of testimony, a place of wanting others to know what goes on in some Black households, because, we tend to sweep shit under the rug, uncomfortable shit that makes our stomachs turn, or even if it doesn't, you just turn the other cheek and act as if nothing happened. So then once that child speaks out, or once that survivor speaks out, it then becomes a battle of betrayal and slandering and all of that, except for that said individual or that said transgressor actually taking accountability for what the pain and the trauma that they caused, and the only reason that I could have like an ounce of sympathy was because I figured, well, are these people just so fucking just basically, I mean, if you could say they're just clueless or they don't know what they're doing, I mean, everyone to a certain degree knows right from wrong, but so I kind of just related our two scenarios, and what I came up with, or not related them, but connected them because of something that I could relate to. All these years you were basically silenced and persecuted and made to just deal with the slander and the disrespect and the abuse and the lies and the trauma. And you were just made to just shut the fuck up and deal with it. Let's sweep it under the rug like we swept everything up for generations and generations before. Let's sweep it all under the fucking rug. Who gives a fuck? If you become a terrible parent because of me, oh fucking well. Or if you become a substance abuse addict or a gambling addict like me, or whatever the fucking case is, that's your fucking fault. You know? And I know I said, you guys, in my last video that I would watch my cursing. But that would be inauthentic of me. That is a way of me getting out my pain. Now, I'm not saying that I have to wholeheartedly just fall on this or rely on this every time I'm trying to, you know, place myself in a what is the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, you guys. My brain just got fogged. I hate when that happens. But in a debate, yeah. So, yeah, but back to the topic at hand. All I could say is, just relating to the whole Kwame Brown situation, is, you know, people will stay silent for so long, and they will bury things for so long until there's no space left inside of us that can carry the weight of those like the scenarios or the situations or the traumatic events and what have you, the different experiences that may come upon us. There's only so much we can hold inside of this carcass here. And once it's exceeded its natural limit, you know, it has to come out. And what I've learned by watching, you know, his scenario play out and his experience play out, and what I'm seeing in his experience is now, a lot of those motherfuckers that talk, like, they said all those things about him, you know, and just basically whatever they did against him, because like I said, I don't know the full backstory. So now it's like they're nowhere to be found, you know. We have Charlemagne the God of the Breakfast Club. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. I'm not super familiar with him because, again, you guys, like, this whole pop culture thing, like, I've separated myself from this culture since I was like 15 or 16. Like, don't get me wrong, there are still some artists that I listen to, but I don't idolize anyone, or I just don't take this whole facade serious, like this whole Hollywood. Like, I look like, if I was to see Beyonce or Jay-Z or Cardi B or any of those big name people, like, I would be exactly how I am today. Like, I wouldn't be, oh hell, for what? Okay, you may have some more money than me, some more fame or status or whatever, but that's it. You know, anyone in this world can attain money, and we all know that. So it's just like, I just look at things differently when it comes to this industry. Hence why I either want to create my own platform, create my own production, or whatever media outlet or whatever it is. That way, you know, I know that it's not going to be of something demonic or something that's going to lead the masses to definitely, like, hell or death or whatever you want to call it, or just lead them to a lack of knowledge. Basically, that's what it is. Like, people are just blinded, and once that veil is removed from their eyes, they're going to just continue to be blind and sheep and just believing everything that is being fed to them. And I'm just not one of those people. Never been. You know, just in talking about my childhood, I hear all the time, stay in a child's place, shut up, you too fucking grown, and this and that. Yeah, I'm too damn grown, because I can see what you're clearly blinded to. You know, you act like this is just peaches and cream, like everything is just okay, and it's not, you know. And like I said, I didn't really have a direction of this video. I was just gonna allow it to flow. That way I'd have some content to present to you all today, because energetically and a bit mentally, the enemy has been trying to come at me in different ways. It just happens in here, and once this happens, it's just over for me. And I know where that can land me, hence why I'm just trying to stay busy, keep sharing my testimonies, and all of that. But as far as today goes, and the whole Kwame Brown situation, and then the whole Charlemagne the God situation with him allegedly raping a 15-year-old girl back in 2001, that story really and truly hit home for me, because when I was 15, I'm not going to get into the full story. You guys will read more about it in my book once I publish it. But basically, the same situation in a sense happened to me, except I had a so-called friend walk me right into the slaughterhouse because of, you know, I just, as I'm trying to make sense of it all today, I don't even know what to call this person, because this so-called friend of mine also disguised herself as, or no, she was the so-called friend that disguised herself as my friend, was really like a bully. And a lot of people would just say, like, as I got older, when I would try to tell the story and just try to get some type of understanding about it, oh, well, maybe she was just jealous because you had something she didn't have. And I'm just like, well, you know, she's like your today's ambiguous mixed woman, you know, light-skinned, pretty, and, you know, she has all of this materialism, and you'd think like someone like that would be secure enough within themselves where they wouldn't even feel the need to tear down anyone else, you know. But I was just like, how could she be jealous of me? Like, at the time, like, you know, in middle school and high school and things, I wasn't popular. I was your like typical oddball weirdo. But of course today that has empowered me and I've accepted it. But then I was quirky. Like, I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me, you know? So I just let people treat me any kind of way. And I would let them persuade me into things that I knew were either detrimental to my well-being or my sense of judgment. However, again, you know, I was on a hunt for love, you know, acceptance, approval. I just wanted to feel like I was somebody, because for so many years I had felt like nobody, you know. And my home life every single day taught me that I was nothing. I was nobody. I had no voice. Nothing I said mattered. My feelings, who gives a fuck? So when you start burying those things inside, it really does, it does something to you. But not to get sidetracked, back to the story. Similar to what occurred with the whole Charlemagne the God situation and his victim, allegedly, saying allegedly because I'm sure it's true, but legally, you know, gotta protect yourself from that, right? You know. But I was 15, and I just, like I said, I used to hang out with this girl. I had known her since we were in the 6th grade, and she was like the first person I met, ironically, in the 6th grade. And I really thought she was my friend. I really thought she liked me, or loved me rather. You know, friends love each other, right? You know. But as time went on, and the many scenarios and situations I found myself in, and you know, getting in trouble behind this individual and finding myself in just messed up situations, I was like, whoa. So when I was 15, me and this girl, we would hang at this place called the Click House. And like, basically, it was an abandoned, like, it wasn't abandoned, I guess it was like a house going into foreclosure. The tenants had like been going through eviction, but they hadn't quite gotten evicted yet. And the tenants were basically like these older guys, like the sons of this woman and like his friends and things like that. It was just a long story. So lo and behold, one night, if I can remember correctly, I actually believe I was drinking this night. Now, in my teen years, I was not an alcoholic. Um, I had just been introduced to alcohol, and it kind of became something that I was like, basically, it wasn't often, but it was like 2 or 3 times occasional. Like my mom basically would like buy me Four Locos, and I was able to drink. So this night, I believe we had, because she had an older sister, so her older sister got us liquor, blah blah blah. We all were drinking. Lo and behold, so long story short, I was basically sexually assaulted by one of the older guys. And what stood out to me most about the story was Charlemagne, was he was around basically the same age that these men were around, parading around and fucking 15 and 16-year-old girls. What do you want out of a 15 and 16-year-old girl at 22, 23 and older? 20 plus period. You know? And that's why I kind of began showing some sympathy towards this said friend or ex-friend, because I was like, you know, she had been getting basically sexualized from a very young age by grown men. You know, I would think, oh, she's just a hoe, she's promiscuous, blah blah blah. But when you break it down, no normal 14-year-old child that has not been messed with or no one has done anything to is going to be going through the things that she went through at 14. I'm not going to even say that on this platform, because I still have respect, and I'm not going to just put anyone's business out there, but I will say, for some of the situations that occurred when she was just 14, by grown men or men way older than her, it's just like, wow. So, anywho, that story just goes to show and to tell you guys that it's like, man, there's predators all around us. It's just crazy. Like, and I try to explain it to my daughter, because she's very friendly. You know, my daughter is 7. She's very friendly and she's very talkative, and you know, she don't know, but I tell her, you know, and I'm sorry that I have to be that way, but I don't give a damn. I'd rather shelter her and bits and pieces and age appropriately explain to her why she cannot do certain things. And I don't feel like it's okay for any stranger to just talk to a child. I'm sorry. Like, it's one thing to tell a parent, oh, you know, something about the, but even me, like, you know, when I see kids, like, I even feel a certain, like, I just don't feel like it's okay. Like, I just feel like it's like, if you know that parent and things, that's different, but like just coming up to random kids, like that happens to us a lot. Like, we'll be in the store and like random people will just come up, like saying things about my kids, or you know, trying to talk to them, and it's just like, you're gonna have to cut it. That's why I have posted pictures of them on my Instagram and Facebook, but like I've taken the ones off my Instagram down, because now I have a bunch of weirdos following me, because I've showed my cleavage a handful of times on Instagram. Now all these weirdos are following me. But hey, I'm not gonna put my kids on that platform now, because I know that. With Facebook, I just keep their pictures private. I don't like posting my kids. I get questions all the time like, why don't you put your kids on social media or anything? Bitch, it's not because I'm trying to hide the fact that I have kids. It's because I know what kind of world we're damn living in. I've seen a lot of disgusting shit on the fucking internet. Like videos of like, just, man, shit was getting exposed left and right. Like early 13 and 14 and 15, before they started cleaning up Facebook, basically anything was getting shared and posted on Facebook. Anything. Like, there was this case with this man accused of child pornography, and he was on video molesting a 3-year-old baby. And that came upon my eyes when I'm just, 16 years old, 16, 17 years old. Like, that screwed me up for a long time. And then just other people saying weird things about kids on the internet, like, that shit fucks with me. I'm sorry that I know that's uncomfortable to hear, but that fucks with my mind. Like, I can't, like, and I don't play when it comes to my kids. Like, that's the one time you guys will truly see me get out of character. Like, I don't care about nothing else. Like, you're not gonna harm my kids. Like, period. So, but anywho, I just said all that to just basically say, whew, it's been a day. It has been a day. I think I need to definitely take a break from looking at all that stuff, because the whole point and the reason why I wanted to include Kwame into this video is because, you know, one day that silence has to be broken, and those people will have to be addressed. The people that transgressed against you, they need to be addressed, and they need to either, you know, show remorse, have some fucking take some accountability, or acknowledge their wrongdoings, or deal with the pain and the trauma that they've caused others. I mean, they'll have to deal with the karma of that. You know, they may not think it's here or they've ever had to deal with karma, but God knows best. And I don't wish nothing bad upon anybody. I truly don't. You know, but I know that you can't just go around messing with God's children that are just trying to do right. Trying to do right in this world. Trying to make a difference. You know, trying to spread truth, trying to spread positivity, you know, just trying to be an example, you know, get back to that natural balance that we once, you know, when we were in power and before we forgot who we were, create a world that we once lived in, you know, a world that we once walked upon that was not anything like the one in which we're living today. You know? So, I think I'm going to do some writing in my journal, because I still have a lot more that I'd like to say and touch on. But yeah, like, regarding that situation that happened when I was 15, like, it's more, like, with me, because I have such a photographic memory, that's why it's very hard for me to forget things. Yes, you know, I am an alcoholic. I am a recovering alcoholic. I am, you know, I'm working desperately hard daily towards my sobriety, whether that's just cutting back or whether it's saying, you know, today I'm just gonna have one drink, or today I'm just gonna have a beer. You know, it's not to excuse it or even try to justify it. It's still a fucking drug. It's still a substance, and it's still freaking wrong, you know. But, you know, what I can say in that notion is just, you know, you have to just get to the root of the problem. You know, and I don't know if that root of the problem is going to come from me or you just in one day, in one session. Like, perhaps it'll come over time, in session, in periods, you know. And you just have to transition into it, right? But, that situation was hard for me to go through. I'm not going to give you guys the description or anything and say the details of what happened. Let's just say I was assaulted, and my parental figure, you know, failed me. I was just a hoe, a tramp, a liar, and didn't nobody rape my ass, right? But the solace that I'm receiving from this whole situation, and even being able to see Kwame Brown's videos, is just the fact that I can connect these two stories, my story and his, by saying that one day the truth shall rise. And each of those who have narcissistic amnesia and just, oh, I didn't do that. Oh, you're lying. That never happened. They're going to be forced to remember. Forced. Now, again, I'm just coming to a place, though, where It's becoming clearer and clearer by the day. I'm getting stronger and stronger by the day. You know, this day that I was, you know, a little bit low energetically, but rise towards the end. Tomorrow will be times 10. Like, I will be great. I'll be vibing high all day. And I'll be able to use my energy and my time wisely. I'm not trying to waste my time or my energy on anything. Just nothing that's not gonna serve me, my kids, my life, just my whole, just all of this in general. Like, if it's not gonna benefit anything that I have going on, then I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, you can't get my time or energy. You know, I've cut back on a lot of things. But we'll get into all those things in a different video, because I don't want to just cram it into one video. I think that's boring. But let me just end this, because now I'm starting to get into like my feelings about some things now that I brought that topic up. Don't fret, you guys. I'm fine. I will be fine. It's just some working through. I'm going to do some breathing and some grounding techniques to bring myself back to this present time, and just continuously remind myself that all of the things that happened to me, that were said about me, or just anything meant to just really hurt and destroy me, was certainly not my fault. And it was the fault of my transgressors. And it's sad, because I still have this heart of not wanting to even see them suffer the way that I had to. When I envision the people who harmed me suffering in my mind, it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel really bad, because I don't want to see nobody hurting or harmed in any way, invaded. But I do believe justice. I do believe in justice. So, with that said, I'm going to edit this video, get it uploaded, and I'm certainly going to have a better day tomorrow. I'm just going to pray, just write. That always helps. If I have to go back out there with my daughter and do some more crazy dances, I will do that. Just to keep laughing, and then, just feeling any other emotion besides blah, just fatigue and lethargic and all that. Like, I want to feel upbeat, and motivated, and just who I am at my core. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to come up with a good title. Well, not try, but I will come up with a good title. Excuse me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like this video. I greatly appreciate the support. The more likes I get, the quicker I'll be able to get into YouTube's algorithm, which certainly helps me with reaching a higher multitude of people. That's our goal here. Secondly, I'd like it if you join the family, subscribe here if you're new, and then leave a comment. Leave something uplifting and positive for your girl. I could use it. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Grand night, sweet dreams, and stay prayerful, fearless, strong, and just keep your faith, baby, as small as a mustard seed. As long as you keep that faith and you hold on to it, and you don't let that enemy win, you don't let him try to destroy what it is that God is assisting you in building, or basically building for you. Just let it go. Keep the faith and let everything else go. Negativity, pain, emotions, all that, just kind of put it on hold for a second. You can only take what you can take. Don't try to put too much on yourself than you can bear. Alrighty, that was my message for the day. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, it's your girl, Lovely Fly Shy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.